What's up, guys? Hopefully a short video for you guys today. This is less informative and more kind of just me showing off what I recently got. As you can see here in front of you, I have a bottle of fountain pen ink. And it's actually a pretty, well, I can't even say it's a really famous bottle or anything. But people who are really into like the fountain pen world, and especially if they're active on the forums, I'm sure they've seen this this bottle. It's a very, very large bottle of ink from Akkerman in the Netherlands, from the store in The Hague specifically. And this bottle is 150 milliliters. And what's special about this bottle, for those of you who don't know, is that, as you can see here, this bottle, it's a large bottle. I have my Lamy 2000 here next to it, and you can see, it's a big bottle. And normally you would think, well, how am I going to dip my pen into this bottle of ink and fill it? I'm not sure if you'll be able to make it out, but inside here, you can see like the curves in there. And then in there, I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but there's actually a marble in there. If you go on Google and you look up images for this brand of ink, you'll actually see images of empty bottles. And what happens is, when you want to fill your pen, you just tilt the bottle upside down or to the side. The marble obviously falls towards the lid. And then when you tilt it back over, now this entire top portion of the bottle is basically like a small ink well, a ink reservoir that has a ton of ink in it, and you can actually see the level of ink on the bottom portion that's gone down, and now you can effectively get a nice full fill without really having to dunk your pen in really deep into any kind of bottle to fill it, which is a really nice feature. This distance here, without really stabbing into the marble that's stuck in this section of the bottle. I think it's a pretty good height. It's not too deep that you're going to get a lot of ink all over the barrel of your pen, but at the same time it's deep enough where I don't think you'll have any problems filling any pen. And if I'm careful about this, I'm going to actually slowly, because when you do fill it that way, it does fill up quite a bit to the top. You can see there's on the cap there's a little post there that kind of keeps the marble in a play from the top, I think. And if you look, it's basically, the ink is essentially at the very top of the bottle. So I'm gonna cap that back carefully so I don't spill anything. I'm not sure exactly how spill proof this bottle is. From what I hear, it's not the most spill proof bottle in the world. So this is definitely not something that you want to carry with you on a regular basis. Instead, it's something that, at least for me, I'm gonna leave on my desk. It'll look kind of nice. One of my other favorite bottles is the Iroshizuku line of inks from Pilot, and I'm just getting that now. And this is a much simpler bottle. It's a much smaller bottle. This holds 50 milliliters. So this basically has 3 times the ink capacity. But I don't know if I've ever showed this in a video or not. But you can see here, there's actually a small dip in the bottom of this glass bottle, and that's basically for your nib to kind of rest into to get up as much ink as possible. So these are definitely my 2 favorite bottles. I don't actually leave this on my desk. It's it's a nice bottle and all, but I don't, I'm not showing you the rest of my desk, but there's actually quite a bit of clutter on there. This I will probably leave just because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. And in terms of the ink price itself, one of the big things about this ink is that Akkerman, they don't sell this ink through anyone else. You can only buy it either from their brick and mortar store in The Hague, or you can order from them online. And in the past few years, they never had an English website. And because it is like a heavy glass bottle, shipping to places like the United States gets kind of expensive. And generally when people want to order these, either they end up paying a ton of money for a bottle, or, in the past on, the forums, people have gotten together and have done group buys where they'll get a bulk order of several bottles, get a shipping price break, and then when it gets to the U.S., then it gets shipped to individual people. For me, I just went ahead and I ordered 3 bottles. I have 2. Oh, whoa! Let's, I'm gonna move that out of the way first. Don't want to knock anything over. They're not cheap inks, I got 3. You can see the numbers. If you go to Akkerman's website, you can kind of see the numbers and what color that represents. This is the empty box for the bottle of ink that I have. 5 is the one I'm using, which is Shocking Blue. There is a label on the back of the bottles that indicates such. 15 is a violet, and 11 is a turquoise. I got this bottle for myself, kind of like a birthday present to myself, I guess you could say. And these 2 bottles I got for one for each of my friends that are really into fountain pens as well. So I think it's something they'll enjoy. I don't really think they've ever obtained a bottle. Each bottle, in terms of cost, they're $16.50 in euros. Not really sure what the conversion is to US dollars. I'm not gonna look it up. But that means if you were in the Netherlands and you were to buy it in person or whatever, it's not that expensive of an ink, especially if you consider the fact that even something like Noodler's inks, which is what, 3 ounces, still doesn't equal what is 3 ounces? Oh, I'm terrible. I did engineering, so I'm more used to using milliliters and crap, not necessarily American SAE units. 2 mils, 88 milliliters. So a bottle of Noodlers is $12.50 in the US, and it equates to a little more than half of this bottle. Shipping goes in kind of price brackets where you ship 1 to 3 bottles. It's 20 euros. From 4 to 7, I think, is 40. And I mean, if you want the exact price quotes, you can definitely go to Akkerman's website and get that. One thing to note about these inks is that there is a claim that these inks are actually made by Diamine, and I kind of believe that, I suppose you could say. This one, the number 5 Shocking Blue, is actually very, very similar to Diamine's Majestic Blue. Diamine's Majestic Blue is a very pigmented ink, I suppose you could say. It shades really well, and it has like a nice red sheen to it. Oh crap. Yeah, so I just noticed that. Be careful when you open bottles of ink. Yeah, so Majestic Blue has like a reddish sheen to it when you write with it. And this ink also has that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually the Lamy 2000 is filled with ink right now, so that sheen you don't really see with a very dry pen, and you don't really see it with very absorbent papers like most sheenish inks. I'm not sure if you'll be able to make it. If you look at my finger, you can actually see that it's blue ink, but then in this groove here where more ink was, there's a slight reddish sheen to it. You can see it on the paper in person, but I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. So there's that. I definitely wouldn't buy these inks specifically for the actual ink in there. I think including the 20 euro shipping and the 3 bottles at 16.50 euros per bottle, total price is 69.50 euros, and that was great. What's it called? Let me block my keyboard off as I type in my information to my credit card, online credit card thing. I had actually opened it up, but apparently it timed out as I was doing this. Okay, so I was charged $90.78, and then my credit card company also charged me a foreign transaction fee of $2.45. So if we do that really quick, I'm just gonna remove the foreign transaction fee because, you know, in all honesty, you know, depending on the credit card you use, they might not necessarily charge you that. So it comes out to around exactly $30.26 US dollars per bottle, which isn't that bad. You know, especially if you consider the fact that Iroshizuku ink is $28 is the lowest list price you can get it in the United States, and it's only for a third of this bottle. I think it's well worth it at least getting once, especially just for a bottle. You know, if you're really interested in the large range of inks that they have, I definitely think you should probably just go ahead and find what the diamine equivalent is, because diamine inks is a lot more affordable, especially since it's, you know, already distributed in the United States. You can easily get it through a variety of retailers and stuff. But just for a bottle itself, I think it's kind of nice. So, yeah, didn't turn out to be a quick video after all. But, you know, I hope you guys kind of picked up a little something about these inks and these bottles from Akkerman. I think in the description below, I will actually put the English translated website that I had gotten in an email from Paul from Akkerman. On the forums, people have said that, you know, they never really had an English website, and unless you could speak Dutch or read Dutch, it was very difficult to communicate with the company. But there was one person, and there still is one person in the company. His name is Paul Root, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. And on the forums, people have always said if you're in the US and you want to have an English-speaking person there go through with this transaction for you, then, you know, email Paul, and he'll, you know, take your order and ship it out to you, charge your card through PayPal, no problems. I did that myself, and he had actually linked me to a partial site where it was actually translated to English, and through that site you can go ahead and order the inks and get a shipping quote for however many bottles of ink you want, and pay through PayPal and have it shipped to the US. So I'll definitely link that in the description bar if you guys are interested in ordering these inks. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.